Yo, what is going on, guys? I am finally back after a very long hiatus, and I'm making my return with the newest Gears of War. Got some ranked Overrun on Island, and this is actually my third game, and it's pretty awesome. Now, we start off on Locust side, and I run tickers. And it's a good time. This video is gonna be pretty long though. It's like 23 minutes ish. And okay, so um, first off, why I was gone for so long? Well, if you noticed at all, I was very focused on the group channel I had started last year, and it was just like I got really focused on it. It's called Classic Case of Boredom. You should check it out when you get the chance. But I got really focused on it, and then I never really got into recording on my own, and I don't know, I just kind of fell out of it, and I don't know, it just kind of felt boring to me to have to record. Also, if you can tell, I'm a bit stuffy right now, but it's whatever. But yeah. I finally got the itch to record again, and I'm definitely going to go back to my old stuff, like Star Fox Adventures, Gears of War 1. I'm going to go back to that, finish those up, and I'm going to have just, multiplayer gameplay, Gears of War, mainly Gears of War, maybe some Halo 4, I don't know, but I'm definitely planning on getting some new games like what is it? A BioShock Infinite, which looks amazing. Hopefully I get that for like Easter or something. That'll be great. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, so this game, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about this game. Like, there's certain points where I have a lot of fun, like a lot of fun playing this game. But there are other points where this game really, sorry about that, I burped, really angers me, and I don't know, it's just, I mean, I don't have problems with the changes, but one thing that does piss me off a lot is definitely the inconsistency of the Gnasher. Like, I don't know what they did, but it doesn't work properly. It kind of feels like really Gears 1-ish and a little bit of Gears 2. Like, they slowed down the fire rate like they did with Gears 1. It was, or not Gears 1, Gears 2. They slowed down the fire rate and made it a really close range weapon. It was really kind of like if you missed your shot, you were going to lose the fight. But, I don't know, when there are some points where, like, I would clearly point blank someone, and you might see it in some of my team deathmatch or domination gameplays that are going to come up, but like, you would clearly point blank someone, and they would just eat it, they would sponge it, and then they would shoot right after and you'd die. That inconsistency just really angers me, and I don't know what they did to change how consistent the Gnasher was, because in Gears 3, the Gnasher was pretty consistent. Granted, it had its moments where it was like, what the hell, but for the most part, in Gears 3, the Gnasher was consistent. And it was, I don't know what they did, but it's not as consistent. Also, another thing, two-piecing. That shit works again, which, I don't know how you guys felt about two-piecing, but I know the majority of people certainly didn't like it. And I know their whole thing was, oh, we gotta make the game faster paced. But in Gears 3, they were all about getting rid of, the two-piece and its viability. So, I don't know why they thought it was a great idea to make the two-piece viable again, but they did. So, whatever. Also, in traditional multiplayer, stim gas, big problem, because people, all they do is they get in a one-on-one situation and just throw the stim gas at the ground. And it makes them invincible. It's ridiculous how fast your health recharges when you have stim gas. They either need to tone it down or take it out of regular multiplayer. In Overrun, it's perfectly fine because you use that shit to keep you alive, and the Locusts have more health than you do. But in Team Deathmatch and Domination, I mean, in Domination it can have a purpose. If your team's defending the ring, you throw down a stim gas, you keep your whole team healed. But it heals you so quickly to the point where the other player seems almost invincible, and I don't know how I feel about it. Well, actually, no, I know exactly how I feel about that. I don't like it because you pretty much have to run around two-piecing, and it's kind of annoying. I mean, that's just me though. I don't want to have to run around mashing the B button just because these people are throwing stims on the ground, which makes them borderline invincible. Like, it's come to the point where I've had me and two other of my teammates on one guy who threw down a stim gas, and he's just like, nope, I'm perfectly fine. So I don't know. They need to fix Nasher consistency and stim gas. Other than that, the game's fine. I don't have a problem with the one weapon stuff. You know, only having. I mean, pretty much everyone just runs around with the Nasher anyway, and the Nasher can still contend with the rifles, so it's no big deal there. It's just, you know, there's a lot of meleeing in the game, and two-piecing is the thing again, which is really disappointing. Now, this might just be a little nitpicky, but there's just one thing that annoys me about the Markska, and it's how much ammo it has in one clip. Like, it's a 4-shot kill when it's not a headshot, but still, it's got a lot of bullets. Now, I haven't had too much experience with it in my hands, but I've run up on a few people that I've dodged their bullets, but they just keep on shooting. Like, there's just... It almost kind of feels like there's an infinite number of bullets inside of the Markska sometimes, and it's a bit ridiculous, but I don't know. That's just, I don't know, a little nitpicky. Right, now, Overrun. I certainly enjoy Overrun. Like, in fact, I only play Overrun ranked because of how competitive it is. Like, if you've ever played Dota, or you've ever played League of Legends, I know, like, everyone's all over League of Legends. I personally haven't got into League, and I don't really plan on getting into League, because, you know, MOBAs aren't my thing, but this is basically like League of Legends or Dota Gears of War style, and the dynamic to this game mode is really complex. You need to have great teammate, like, you have great communication. You need to, like, use your ability sparingly, use it knowledgeably, and, you know, to the point where, like, your strategy comes together and you can beat the other team. And what I really like about it is that if both teams like succeed in their Locust, their offense, where like their offense runs, it comes down to time. Like, time has more emphasis over the objective, which I like a lot. But another thing is that, like, I consider myself an objective player, even though my favorite game type is execution, which, you know, is not in the game right now, but they're bringing it for free in like a week or so, which is great. Because I really love execution. I was really disappointed that they got rid of it for, like, because they just had to get rid of downs, but whatever. The game still plays well without downs, but I really prefer having downs in multiplayer, but it's no big deal. The game is still fun. But like, Overrun though, like, I do like how, wait, that was my original point. Overrun. I like how if you go around looking for kills, you're not gonna win. I like how it really focuses on the objective and not how many kills you have, because to quote Arctic, there are no heroes in Overrun. You really have to work together as a team if you want to succeed. Because oh my god, that was so dumb. But yeah, like, if you like, in order to win Overrun, you really have to work together. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're gonna get first round stalled. And getting first round stalled is just the worst. Now, it hasn't happened to me yet in Judgment, but in the early access demo, that happened to me quite the number of times, and it was quite disappointing getting first round stalled, because like all the people, they'd like stack up on engineers, and you'd have like one guy that might be a ticker, and that doesn't work at all. You can't have four, or did I say engineers? My bad. People stacking up on grenadiers, four grenadiers on offense, and it's just, what are you doing? That's not how you play this game. You don't stack up on four grenadiers. That's not how you win. You gotta have tickers, you gotta have wretches, you gotta have grenadiers, and you gotta have a Cantus. But Cantuses, they don't, the use of a Cantus doesn't really sorry about that. The use of a Cantus really doesn't come into play until you get the second tier, locust, because that's when the Cantus can really shine, keeping maulers and corpses alive. That's when it shines. That's really fantastic when you got a Cantus just helping you out while you're plowing through these things. I know that's typically been the plan. Like you can see right now, Cantus was keeping me alive. I don't know how I died there, but apparently, I guess my shield was touching the fence, and that's how I was dying. It's little things like that kind of bug me in Overrun. Also, there's one thing. The one thing I absolutely do not like about Overrun is how the sentry turret does not need to be behind the Serapede in order to kill it. Now, I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it's because like the properties of the bullets from the sentry kind of just like go through you. But like as you can see right there, I got ripped apart by the sentry just because getting shot by sentries apparently doesn't matter whether it's shooting you from behind or not. But now we're switching over to defense, and God, I love the engineer. I mean, a big part of it is because it's got the Nasher, and my history, with Gears of War goes all the way back to when Gears 1 came out. But so I love the Nasher, but I also like how the engineer has to literally sit back and defend while at the same time being aggressive in order to keep things away. And I also get I have a pretty awesome turret placement at the like near the end of this game. It's pretty awesome. I didn't even expect it to happen. It just happened at the right place at the right time. Also, you can see I'm rocking the Bumblebee skin, which is just fantastic. Yeah, our typical strat is usually 2 NGs and then 1 of everything else. It works out pretty well, and I don't know, like for the most part it works, and we've only lost, as of right now, we've only lost 1 game using that strat. Granted, we haven't played many games, but still. But yeah, this strat is just the 2 NGs, 1 of everything else. It works out for the most part pretty well. Like the only time we would ever not use 1 of every other else is usually we'd either have an extra medic or an extra soldier, because you don't really need like more than 2 NGs, because NGs, if an NG watches their lane, they can keep the place repaired and keep enemies back. It works out pretty well. Now, there were moments where me and the other engineer, my friend Dre, we went back and forth between lanes, but that's more or less because also I screwed up there. Tried to get it on top, but just decided to not work. But yeah, like we went back and forth between lanes. Now that wasn't my plan, but you know, sometimes it helps to go back and forth between lanes, you know, just in case, you know, your sentry's down, but he still has a sentry, so he can put a sentry up while you're busy repairing the other side that's getting attacked. It works out pretty well. Now, and also when you have a good medic, things work out perfectly. Like, like you go down and that medic's on you. It's perfect. Oh, here we go. This was awesome. I just put the sentry right there, and this happened. I'm gonna let you watch. The Grayson. At the right place, at the right time. It was pretty awesome, and for the rest of the game, I just kind of abused this spot. Because it was still getting kills. Just this one spot on island, if your barriers get broken into, put your sentry there. It sees over top of these barriers so it can see what's coming over there, and if anything comes up on the left, it's ready to go. So it's a fantastic spot to put your sentry. So make sure you use that in your Overrun games. Also, is anyone a little disappointed with the character and weapon skins and how they're handling them? I don't know, the prize box system doesn't seem to work too well. I always keep getting experience from my normal and rare prize boxes. It's quite annoying. Like, I think it would have been better if they were just straight up unlocks, but I don't know. I also don't like a lot of the weapon skins. Like, my favorite one is the one I'm using right now on the Nasher. It's called Burn Spray. I like that one the most, and it's not even a rare. It's a normal prize box, which, ironically, normal prize boxes seem to be the hardest ones to get anything out of. Because I've been trying to get copper and chrome for the longest for my character, and it's just not giving it to me. But oh well. But yeah, this game was just a lot of fun, and I really do like Overrun. If I start a GB team, if they better have Overrun in the GB ladders or on the MLG circuit, because this game mode is ridiculously competitive and just so much fun. But yeah, I'm really glad to have started recording again, because I don't know, it was a lot of fun to just, you know, set up all my stuff again and just sit there and record. It's got my old need to record. It's a lot of fun, and I'm definitely back. Like, I'm gonna have gameplays up. I'm gonna start my Let's Plays again. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm definitely, and I know it's been done to death, but I'm thinking about doing Skyrim. Actually, I really want to do Skyrim, but like, yeah, I wanna do it a way that I haven't really seen all that often, or like at all for that matter. You know, like, at least I'm pretty sure it's not done. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not done that often, but I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna attempt to fisticuffs on Master. Now, I know that's incredibly hard and probably sounds like an incredibly idiotic thing to do, but I'm gonna do it. So get ready for that when it happens. But before that happens, I'm gonna focus on all the Let's Plays I just have dangling. So don't worry about it. It'll happen eventually. Just not right away.
Good to go.
I'm out of water. Shit. Alright, now, if there's one thing about... No, I keep saying if there's one thing, but whatever. The thing in the Overrun that's great about wretches is how useful they can be if used correctly. Like, if you have a group of wretches working together, It's pretty awesome. You can you coordinate your stuns, and you can stun everyone while the rest of the wretches kill them, and then you just jump over all the barricades. Like the wretch rush that was implemented. It was used pretty often on Skyline in the demo, and it's pretty good. If you can get a good wretch rush, you can get a lot of damage on the E-hole or the generator. It's pretty ridiculous. In fact, me and Grim, you guys remember Grim? We actually had a two-man wretch rush and basically won the game just by me and him only being wretches. It was pretty crazy. I don't know how we did it, but we managed to do that. It was pretty intense. But yeah. Also, the other Overrun game I have is it's another Ticker NG game, but and it's also on Island. It's kind of funny. We played 3 games in this set in the session I recorded of Ranked Overrun. We played 3 games, and it was we lost the first one, or no, we lost the second one, and then we lost the second one, which is on a state, I believe. I think it was a state. It was no, it was Junkyard. That's what it was. It was Junkyard. We lost Junkyard, but the first game we played was on Island, and we won. And then the second game we played, or the third game we played, which is this game right here, was on Island. And of course, we're gonna win because, we're doing a good job winning. Yeah, this Overrun is just a lot of fun. If you have this game and you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend you stop thinking Overrun's just another beast mode or another horde and play it just like right now. You're gonna have a lot of fun. I can guarantee it. Also, things to really watch out for with maulers is how much health they actually have. Like you'd think that maulers would go down fairly easily if you have let's go. Like you'd think they go down fairly easily if you have everyone just focused on it. There have been times where they just won't go down. It's ridiculous. Anyway, this game's coming to an end. As you can tell, we stalled them right here, and here comes just the fantastic ending. We stalled them on the second round. Thank you all for watching. I'm happy to be back, and I hope you're happy I'm back. Peace out.